Victoria here from the Barn Door Boutique and Art Studio. Today I'm doing a little tutorial. This is not a live, this is actually taped. That's okay. Hey, so what I'm doing today is I wanted to show how to distress a bunny to have the old-fashioned look. This is Crackle medium is what I use to do this. And I'm going to show you, give you a quick tutorial on that, and then I'm going to come back to this and I'm going to decorate him. All right, so I hope everyone's having a great day today. I hope you're keeping busy. So what I did already is I painted my bunny brown with brown regular paint. And I'm going to use this Crackle medium. You can get this actually, this one is from Hobby Lobby. And I do recommend this brand. This is by Plaid, Folk Art, and it says Crackle Medium. And I've worked with this many times. It does really, the brand, I'll tell you, I did it, actually I had a class I think, and I was kind of trying to fit it into the class, but the brand I had was from Walmart, and it, not saying anything about, I buy a lot of things from Walmart for my crafts, but this particular one is the best, I believe, and I've really been using it a lot lately. So I'm going to show you how. So I just took this wood bunny. I got this wood bunny over at Hobby Lobby, 40% off, and I think he was around $2.50. And so I painted him brown, dried it completely. Now I'm going to put the Crackle medium on. Now this does have to dry before you put your top coat on. I color it brown because when it crackles, I want it to show through the brown to make it look distressed and antique-y look. So I'll go ahead and put this on. I'm gonna get my paintbrush. Okay, and I'm gonna be very generous with it. Just gonna go ahead and pour it on here. And it just dries clear. You can see that. And your bunny does not have to be just paint it brown. If you can see through it a little bit, don't worry about it. Work the paint, as I always say, like when you paint the, brush on the brown so it dries quicker. The more you work the paint, the more it dries. That's been my experience anyways. You can do this on any wood piece. You can be making candlesticks if you want. Fun thing to do is to go like to garage sales or even thrift stores, find wood candlesticks that need to be, you could refurbish it or do something like this on them. It would be really awesome. Okay. I'm not worried if I get a little bit on the sides. It's okay. Paint down on it. Now, this is going to take a little bit to dry. I'm going to put it over by the heater, and you really do have to let it dry completely before you put your top coat on. Okay? This is water soluble, so you just wash your brush off in water. Okay, so I'm going to stand this up, and we're going to let this dry. Hopefully we can get it to dry by the time I'm done with the decorating the other rabbit that I've already done. Good. Wash my hands off with this little towel. I had these little carrots. I might use them and I might not. We'll see how it goes. So I'd ordered off Etsy on these little die cut carrots, and I painted them. They were just, I'll show you what the larger one looks like. They come in different sizes, but they're kind of pricey, but I probably won't buy them again because I couldn't believe how small they came in. But I painted them orange, and I thought maybe I could use this on my decoration, but we'll see. We'll see. They're cute, super cute. Okay. So I'm gonna decorate his neck. I'm gonna start out, I got some twigs together. I'm gonna make them kind of natural. I got a little bit piece of, this is just scraps that I had here. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe put that down first and then put the twigs over it. And then I have a little craft stash of florals that are just leftovers from other projects. So I think I'm gonna use a little purple, maybe a little yellow, some little white ones, maybe some little pink ones. I don't want to overdo it too much. We'll start there. We'll start there. Okay. Okay. So, looking for my scissors. No matter how hard I try to keep things organized, when you start crafting, it just becomes a little bit of a mess. So let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one. Usually I don't cut my ribbon until after I'm done, but this one's a permanent, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little country cut. And it's okay if it just sticks out a little bit. That's fine. And I'm gonna hot glue that on. And then I'm gonna hot glue my little twigs on. So I think I'm gonna wrap them in wire. There we go. Just gonna give them a little wrap just so they kind of stay in place when I glue them. No rhyme or reason, doesn't have to be perfect. It just helps me to use the pliers. It saves on my fingers. I'm just gonna twist the wire, the pliers. There you go. And I'm gonna glue this on top of here. There we go. Move these flowers so you can see a little bit better. I'm gonna let that dry and then I'll hold it up. Let's give it 1 minute. So that's what I have so far. Just the sticks. Now I'm gonna start adding greenery to it. Let's see. Might add I have this in my little craft stash, this little leftover piece. I think I'll add maybe 1 sprig to that, just for a little greenery effect. Just cut it. If anybody's ever interested in buying any of the things that I make, I post my crafts when I do classes or whatever, I post it on Marketplace in Montana. So if you're ever interested in anything you'd like to buy, I can always ship it to you. You just have to pay shipping. But it's available. I just wanted to tell you. I'm going to put a little sprig. I don't want to overpower the little twigs, so it's going to be little. There we go. Shoot, I could probably stop there and it's totally cute, but I really do want to add color. Excuse me when I get this paintbrush out of the water. I don't like my paintbrushes to sit, and I forgot to clean it off. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I got that little piece of greenery. Now I think we'll go ahead and add some little white pieces. And this, just take your time. Honestly, when you take your time, you don't try to throw it in. Just kind of see how it goes. It really comes out pretty cute. You can always replace it or something else. So I'm going to start from the outside and then work myself way in. Put another one on there. So is anyone doing anything fun? Are you guys keeping busy? I was thinking this morning, this is a nice little vacation for a family to be able to get together and do things together. I mean, I know that this whole coronavirus thing is, everyone's got it on their mind, but actually doing crafts and things like this or things like this with your kids really makes it pretty joyful. You can get through things, you know, doing simple things, simple life. Can be pretty fun. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there because it's a very small area that we're working with. And now I think I'm gonna add, I think I'm gonna go ahead and add maybe, these are a little bigger than I prefer, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and use it, and then just maybe one we can start with. I'll go with the lighter pink one, and then I'll make the purple my accents. Sometimes those little pieces go flying. Stick this in the middle. I think these are like little apple blossoms or cherry blossoms. They're so pretty. Okay, this is where we're at. I think I'm going to just add just a little bit of purple to that. I just keep checking on the bunny to see if it's drying because I really want to be able to show this to you. Show you how to crackle the board. That's what I was talking about. I might add one more little white piece to the top. This is where we're at here. Pretty, huh? Isn't that pretty? Just to hang on your wall. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill a hole here and drill a hole here, and then I'm gonna put the wire, and so you can hang it. I mean, this would also be really pretty in a wreath. If you did, it would have to be like at least a 12 or 15. Let me see the dimensions of his legs. So this is, yeah, this would be 14, yeah. So this should be between a 12 and 15 inch wreath. And I think I'm gonna put one more little piece right here, a little white piece. I just don't wanna overpower it. It's a small space. There. See how simple that was? I mean, practically nothing. And it came from my scrap box. So I didn't have to buy a bunch of stuff, you know. So this rabbit also came from Hobby Lobby. It was just wood. And then I painted it brown first. Then I crackled it, put the Crackle medium on. And then I went, after the Crackle medium was applied, I dried completely. Then I went over it with white. And as soon as you go over it, and I will hopefully be able to show you, this will dry quick enough. Then you go over it with the white over the medium, and it crackles on its own. It's pretty awesome. Now you can even distress it more if you want by sanding the edges, or you can even take a little of that brown wax that they've got now, and you can put on a cloth and just go over it lightly. I don't really I think it's a little bit too brown for me. I did do the same with this one, but I also flecked it. I just put some fleck on it to make it look real old barn, you know, barn looking, because it has the metal. I can put this in a wreath. And you do not have to just do these colors. I have seen awesome ones made with, you can do like a real dark blue, like a royal blue underneath, you know, instead of the brown. And then put your medium on, and then you can even go on over it with like maybe a lighter blue. I probably would pick something muted, and that would be awesome. Something muted over it, and then when it crackles, it would be awesome. Or do the white underneath, and maybe a muted blue, like a chalk paint blue, and let it crackle. That would be pretty too. Anything you can. You know, you can play with your colors, but so that's what it looks like. Okay, so let me see. We might have to decorate that little bunny while we're waiting. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check the other one. So I'm done with him. I'm not gonna bore you with the drilling. I just have to drill the 2 holes, and then I use this wire, and then it's kind of like it's like an 18 gauge wire. A little bit, it's black, and then I'm just gonna hang it. So that'll be cute. And when I do that, I'll come back and let you guys see it. I'll post it on Facebook. Okay, so I'm gonna put that aside. I'm gonna check this guy, see how he's doing. He still needs a little more time. Still showing a little bit wet. So I will go ahead and let's give him a little more time, but I can go ahead and do this bunny. And we'll do kind of the same, but I think with this one, he seems a little more farmy. So I'll go ahead and use a little raffia. Maybe we'll try some green raffia on his neck. And I could cut a piece of ribbon for the base. Here, and I'll go ahead and trim this little I still think I want you. I'm going to use this little green. Just cut a little piece. Huh. I mean, I have this. I got a little scrap. I could put that on there. Maybe I'll just cut a little piece of that. Let's just see how that works. Sometimes I find that things I don't think about, and if I just put them, I just do it, it turns out pretty cute. So let's see. So I'll go ahead and put that there like that, just for a little texture, which it really doesn't need a whole lot more because it's already got a lot going on. But I'll go ahead as my base and use that. Oh, I need another glue stick. I'm getting kind of hot, but I gotta let that heater go so I can get that bunny to dry. Okay. So with this one, oh, I could add a couple twigs to it. I could just kind of layer it. Maybe put the grass first. Maybe that's what I'll do. First. Okay. And now I'm going to put a little twig. Oh, these little strands catch ya. Another one, just kind of a crisscross. There. And what can we add? We didn't add yellow on the last one. Let's try a little bit of yellow. I have some extra yellow flowers that I used. That would be cute. Just trim a little off of this one. Sorry. And then maybe, what else I've got here? I wonder if this would be too big. No, I could cut it down. Let's see. So this is just a little piece of lavender. I'm gonna just incorporate that a little and just thin it out. Okay, and then how about, what else do I've got here? I think this might be, I think that's kind of cute actually. I don't know, what do you think? I think it's nice and bright and cheery. Let's do it. Let's just do it. See how it goes. We can always take it apart if we don't like it. It's one nice thing. I like the red and the yellow together. Okay, this is where we are so far. I know the colors are probably not something you'd normally do, but that's what makes it look really cool. It's not like everything. It's not to the, whoops, this is falling off, to the traditional pink, purple. I like things a little sunny. Okay, but it's gonna need a little bit of white to kind of bring out the red, to make it pop a little. Oh, we could even put like, add a little poppy. I think that would be cute. Let's try that. Like one hasn't quite bloomed yet. There. And I'm gonna try to add some white. These are my filler flowers. These flowers came from the yellow and the white and the lavender came from the dollar store, and then the red flower came from my Hobby Lobby. So probably this whole little rabbit, this was only like $2 at the Hobby Lobby. And then the flowers, I mean, I probably have $1 worth of flowers here, probably not even that, honestly. So very inexpensive. And if you want to put it in a little wreath, the wreaths are only $2 at Walmart. So, I mean, cutest little thing you could make. Even this ribbon came from the dollar store. So $1 for the ribbon. Under $5, you can make the cutest wreath for your home, for your little Easter decor. Very fun. Pretty amazing. I'd lost this little guy, I'm gonna just glue him. Let's see if I have any more. Oh, I do. I do them in little stash boxes, so I don't like to throw anything away because I always find a way to make use for it. With those little carrots, I forgot, with this, I don't think I'm gonna add it because, I don't know, I was gonna do this. I'm like a squirrel, I got onto a different conversation, but I was gonna do it, but then I kind of just really loved it the way it was, so I decided not to, but I'll find something to do with those little carrots. You know what? I think I'm gonna do one little piece of purple because I think it would make the whole thing pop. Maybe 2 pieces. I love the purple against the red. Look at that, how that just made a huge difference, just that little piece. Probably stick a little piece on the other side too, and then I'm going to be done with it because sometimes I can overdo. Don't want to do that. I think I need a longer piece. Tell me to stop. I just keep thinking, I want one more piece, one more piece. Okay, that's gonna be it. Promise. All right, I'm done. And so there we have it. What do you think, guys? I think it's adorable. Okay. Let's see if our other rabbit's done curing. So that one will probably go into a small wreath. That's what I'll probably do with him. And then I'll post that for you guys to see when it's done. I'll just clean up my table a little bit. I can't wait to get back to doing the classes. I sure miss doing it. I had so much fun with the bunny class. It was a lot of fun. But we will, and we will come back stronger than ever. That's what that's gonna do. But I am ready, and I am excited. Really can't wait. Can't wait to meet new people and hang with my friends and Callie. Okay, just wanted to clean up a little. Okay. We need glue gun. See how this rabbit's doing. Jeez. Let's see if I take a little brush, because it is basically dry. I just see a little part down here, and I'm just gonna kind of spread it thinner, kind of. It feels dry. Okay, just give me a minute. I'm gonna put it in front of the heater just for a quick sec. Okay. All right, so it's dry. I'm gonna go ahead and put the white on it now. And you will actually see it crackle in front of you. It's pretty exciting. I'm gonna use my little plate here. Take the other paint off a bit. So I'm just gonna put the white paint, just real generous, because let me tell you, this is the tricky part. When you are applying the white paint on top of this medium, when you put the white paint on top, it's gonna work very fast, and you're not gonna get a chance to go over your strokes. So your strokes have to be, and I'm just gonna practice with you like this. From the top, try to go down, then over. From the top, try to go down. Oh, I got a little glue string. Like that. If you go over it, it's gonna pull your paint, and the crackle parts will pull apart. So you don't want that. So you're just gonna have to try to go over, and if you can, quickly, if you see something you wanna fix, quickly do it, but don't give it a second, because honestly, it's gonna start pulling apart. So I'm gonna try to do this to show you the process here. I keep having these little glue strings. So here we go. And I would not use a sponge brush for this, because it's just real porous, and it just doesn't work well. So I'm gonna just use any kind of brush, but just make sure it's not a porous brush. So here we go. I'm gonna load up my brush pretty thick. See if you can, oops, I'm pulling it back. There, just gonna load it up. So I'm gonna start at one end and at the other. Let's start with the tail. So I can already see, I have to work real quick. And the thicker your paint is, I think the wider, you know, and this is tricky because I have those lines to deal with. And this is really hard to do upside down. So it's cracking, you can see it. You have a minute to go over it. And then it'll keep cracking, but if you let it go more than that, it's gonna pull. Trying to let you guys see how this is working. See how it's already at the tail starting to crack? Okay, I'm not worrying about the edges because we'll go over those after. So I'm gonna go over the little parts. Okay, grab my paint. Okay, see it's already cracking. I'm gonna quickly go over it. It'll still crack. Trying to get in between, hopefully not ruining it. It'll still crack, I believe. Man, look at how fast that's working. See that? Isn't that awesome? I just love this stuff. It's been around for a long time, actually, but I think there hasn't been a whole, ooh, it's really cracking. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a swipe. I tried to be even with my strokes, but I'm hoping that little brown part won't be too light. But it's doing its job. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. And I really wanted to show you guys how this works. I'm gonna go ahead and go around the edges, being careful not to pull the paint. Turn this heater off now. Ooh, good gosh, it's getting warm. We've had such beautiful weather here in Montana. Man, it's the sun's been out. The mountains are gorgeous. It's still chilly, you know, but you know, when it's 40 here, it's like 60 in California, I'd say. All right, guys, so that wraps it up. That's basically what I wanted to show you. And I thank you for your patience and your time. I hope you get a chance to do something creative on our downtime. And just do something with your family. Maybe do some painting with the kids or even your husband. It can be really fun what you can come up with. So stay safe. I love you guys, and I will be back with another tutorial this week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.